that's impossible to play. The first thing I like to do is I like to do some thank yous. Number one thank you has to go to God. They honestly like the second thank you goes to my lovely wife, Katie. Next is my mom. She helped hold the family together for this whole thing. She did such an awesome job. Usually when I make these types of announcements, people think that I'm announcing that we're having another kid in our region. But this is just another type of good news. Ladies and gentlemen, we built this campaign from the ground up, and each and every one of you were a part of it. And you all joined the campaign to make sure that Bobby got in there to bring your voices to Washington, D.C. No one else.
Yes.
My dad's made his life all about service from the beginning. When you first met my mom 25 years ago, he worked at the union store and a cardboard factory just to put food on the table. He's all about sacrifice and doing what's best for everyone. He's going to do the same thing for this district.
Yeah.
It's with great pleasure and great honor that I get to introduce to you guys the next Congressman of the 17th District. Well, you did it. You know, we came out with a very simple message. Lower taxes, less government spending.
Yes.
In a limited government, it gives power back to the people. You know, when we got into this race in February of 2009, I'd go out and people said, throw him to the wolves. And you know, I got to thank my dad, because, that's right, Hank, when I was a kid, he gave me some work ethics that have never left me, and I'm passing them down to my children, and we all need to pass them down to our children.
Yes.
You guys all ran a very hard race, a strong race, and a classy race. You know, when we look out there across this great land, when we see the bullseye on the small businesses, the ones that we call the employers, well, that bullseye is coming off in January. And it's going to be a great day in January when we see that Nancy Pelosi is no longer the Speaker of the House. You know, some would argue that this is such a huge mess. We've seen our unemployment rates double. We've seen the deficit, the debt grow to $13.5 trillion. You know, and I would submit to each and every one of you here today, and anybody watching at home, that the greatest generation was called upon. And you know what? They rose to the occasion. They went through the Great Depression and they fought several wars. Ladies and gentlemen, we are being called upon for the future generations of the United States of America, and it's time for us to rise up. I will tell you this. We can't do this alone.
That's right.
It's not just about Democrats and Republicans and independents. It's about citizens of the United States of America who are here to take their country back.
Yes.
We've got a lot of work to do. We've got to give some true health care reform that's good for everyone. And when we bring it to the table, we do it with transparency, and we do it that's something that's very good for everybody. And we don't run businesses out of the United States of America, kind of like what this plan's going to do. Cap and trade is dead. You know, I did something unique back in January this past year. I did a contract with the 17th Congressional District. And my dad taught me as a kid, Bobby, you always have to lead by example. So I term limited myself. I will not take the pension. I will not take the pay increases. And my family and I will take our own health care to Washington, D.C. when we get there. And I hope and pray that other members will follow my lead, just like my dad taught me. And they'll come across, because we all in this room know that when our founders put this entire thing together, they wanted average folks like us right here in this room and the people watching to take our tool belt off, set it off to the side, go in and serve the people of this great nation. And when we were done serving, we were to take our tool belt, put it back on and get back to work. When I'm done serving, I'm going to go back to flipping pizzas. What I do want to do is I do want to congratulate Congressman Hare for the great work that he did for our veterans. Amen. And I promise you this, I will follow it up and I'll improve it as much as I can. Look at folks, we've got a lot of work to do. This isn't something where I'm just going to wait till January to get this thing rolling. I've taken a lot of time away from my family to run this campaign over the last year and a half. We're going to take a few days off. And then we're gonna we're gonna reach out to Democrats, Republicans, and Independents across this 17th district. This is all about one thing, and it's about being united. And it's working for the people of the 17th, not a party. What we have to do is we got to work for people. We've got to get them back to work. We've got to stop the job-crushing bills that are sending our jobs overseas.
Yes.
I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize somebody here today. There's a lot of people in this room that have done so much for this cause. And I thank each and every one of you for that. But my wife, of almost 25 Can we send my 10 children up here?
Yes!